that being said,
Who signed the dumbest contract?
in the
I don't know.
no, fam,
Wait,
because that is
what
funny.
What happened to Blueface?
Because what do you mean?
Well, because why is he in that for?
Oh, because he didn't know what his contract stipulated or said, so he doesn't even know whether he owns his music or not. At least that's what at the time. But yeah, Blueface is in a shoot contract. Yeah, he doesn't know about his music. Mace
He just got duppied. Yeah, well, yeah.
And Megan Thee Stallion. Even though I love Meg, like, okay, little backstory of me and Meg. I used to follow her and Cash Doll. They were like the two, because you know, there's those times where it's like you want to listen to something different, and it's like I haven't listened to any women like that are good. So this was like 2017, I think, maybe 18-ish, but I believe it was 2017. So with my secondary account, which is now my main account, I used to just retweet Cash Doll and Megan's freestyles. Like they used to just freestyle in front of the cars. They kind of still do it now, but yeah, they used to do freestyles, and I used to love it because they were using skill and everything, like, and just kind of started that wave of like women just rapping or singing for like 1 minute on that on Instagram and Facebook, well, and Twitter and all of that stuff. So I just enjoyed Cash Doll and Megan's music. That being said, soon as Megan popped, everything changed, because now she's Tina Snow and then Fever. Both of them cool. They're cool albums. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm not slagging them off like I did SZA, but different. So Megan Thee Stallion is kind of different now. Even now, like, because I keep getting more.
Wait, do you like SZA's Control?
I don't think I want to get into this right now.
Okay, damn. That's interesting.
I liked Z better, but yes, Control is not like, you know, there's certain songs that Drew Barrymore, and you know, there's a couple. Couple's not enough
to take her to where she got to. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's a couple.
Like,
and the thing is, she's a second. She's another artist that made me wait, and I didn't want to wait.
It's a choice, isn't it?
I like the thing. The wrong thing to do is to offer yourself up to the people as an artist, and then not let them understand or see your growth in the middle of you growing. Like there's that one thing.
Yeah, but then it raises the question of, it's like, how much of who you are is important to what you do.
Well, everything at this point, like,
because
all the artists that came out post 2016,
because
it's important.
If having that time to yourself where you can go away and not be in the public eye and focus on crafting whatever it is you're making, because a lot of people, because in the same vein as what you're saying,
that's happened to Frank as well. That shit's happening with Kendrick. I don't know what Kendrick is on. I don't know what he's gonna give us, and if it's not like something we care about hearing from him before, then it's gonna be really, really difficult. Like what Frank gave us. Yeah, but those two that
you've got to
tell
care.
me.
Tell me
the
I don't think
two.
Kendrick cares.
Tell me the two that Frank gave us was anything like what you expect from Frank, or cared to even listen
What do you mean,
to.
Blonde?
No.
Oh, the two singles.
Yeah. Those electronic blue ones. Like, no, dead things. I'm not gonna listen to them again. Like those are the type of blues. No, I don't want them. Like Drake, in the middle of giving us albums, really gives us the greatest Lucy's ever. Like, he gives us great tunes that we want to listen to, and they change the wave of his sound as well.
Bit by bit, yeah.
They show, okay, this is kind of what I'm on. Like when he was on Lil Baby's track, and then like he started giving us all of that flow and all of that stuff. Like it's a temperature check for the people. I need that.
I think,
and that's what Chance did as well, between Colouring Book and.
Did you listen to that PTSD
Acid
tune he dropped recently?
Nah.
You gotta listen to that. I think you'll like that shit.
Okay, I might, but between Acid Rap and Colouring Book, he gave us Surf, innit? And he gave us other ones that showed us that he was gonna go in that direction, the positivity type direction, and his recent one wasn't a far cry. and it wasn't as positive as everybody said it was, but it was like, you know, it was quite bubblegum at the same time, but
Some of the beats.
Yeah. Whatever's whatever, but like, I need my artists to tell me what they're doing on the in-betweens. That being said, I don't know anything about this Megan contract dealio because I don't get what is happening right now, genuinely.
Well, apparently she got only got 15k out of the 7 mil.
Yeah, she said that's a lie. Like she said that was false, I should say.
Well, yeah, it had to be 50. Like,
yeah,
she wouldn't be able to live.
Yeah, like that's
not even
false.
minimum wage.
But they also said that she's keeping the money from the touring and the merchandising and is not paying the production company anything. And yeah, just a bunch of other shit.
Wow.
And like and obviously
that's the problem when you don't have infrastructure or a team or like, you know what I mean, people who are like there. Well, she's probably got a team, but it's like surely that's just not good.
It's not like, good business practice. That? And like
yeah.
And it's almost like they either sharking each other or like using the letter of the law against each other. So, like, if she's not paying them, then they're well within their rights to say, no, you're not allowed to drop new music because we need to know where the money's going or coming. And like, I heard that the record company, well, not record company, I should say, the production company didn't hear the music that she was going to offer. They didn't hear Sugar, so of course they're gonna say don't drop Sugar. But like it's all of these little things and intonations that it's like it's just hard to speak about because everything is ongoing and people are just talking, fam. But into a conversation we can talk about, which is entertainment law. Shit I've been talking about for how long now? Dumb motherfuckers. When I be telling you guys, what you talking? Well, what was that conversation again? Like, would you sign a contract giving away everything or something like that?
Oh yeah,
that was nuts. That was one of our better thingies that does numbers. Oh, you don't know. You need to start sharing our shit. That's a different conversation. But when I talk about contracts and business or management and all of that stuff, this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. Because now, like, I believe now they're going to try to say that Megan was under duress. And I heard that DJ Booth done an article. I don't know whether you want to look that up real quick. But they came up an article saying that if Megan wins this, then that can change whatever. Like, if she wins it, that can change everything else about how young people sign off their rights at such a young age. And it will change the dynamic of even the predatory behavior of the music industry. It would have to.
What if she wins it?
Yeah.
But okay, and what? Because for that to even be in the conversation, there's obviously a dynamic that's different to this than previously. Well, because a lot of the reason is because the music industry, all these institutions have so much money and have lawyers that are so deeply embedded, not just in the music industry themselves, but in the interest of the music industry.
If you have a contract that is not ironclad, but it's like showing or taking away something from somebody and you're 17 or 16, then there's something to be said about whether anybody is there. They don't know what their best interest is around that time. Because one, they don't even have fully developed prefrontal cortex. So it can be said that they're not even able, they don't have the ability to even sign or give away anything because they don't even know what they are owning.
Last week into agreements with a label 1501 Certified Entertainment, she said she was told she can't drop no music because as soon as she suggested they renegotiate, everything went left. It just went bad. It all went left. Meg wasn't forthcoming with any details about the situation. I was like 20. I didn't know everything that was in that contract. Speculation mounted as to whether this story would be another one of an artist who either didn't know the terms of the contract, couldn't hire an attorney, or was being taken advantage of. Forget all that speculation now. As it turns out, she figured out what was in that contract. She hired an attorney, and she's not going to be taken advantage of. There's anything to learn since that video came out. It's that Megan Stan does not play. Here's why. First, she figured out she signed a terrible deal. While the contract has yet to be made public, some terms have come out. Among them are that she signed a deal that provided a 60-40 split of recording revenue and a 75% and everything else. Ooh.
I heard that is normal for a production deal.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
I heard that is normal. Yeah, giving
That's
away
nuts.
60 is
That's
normal.
70% of everything else.
Well, I don't think they wrote that down correctly, but
And
yeah,
of that,
like the production company getting more. Let's say,
yeah. Well, that does. Yeah,
one of our
it
singer
makes sense.
friends right now, they are unknown virtually, and then they suddenly get 20,000 people or even 30,000 people around the world that know them, and now they're able to tour at 100 people capacity venues. That isn't of their own doing. That was definitely the production company. Like people don't grow like that organically, like Baby Keem and all of that stuff.
Yeah, when you think of it like that, that's the recording revenue though. Yeah, which makes sense because it's producers, engineers.
So this
everything.
is basically old record company lingo, but it's like saying we've had the A&Rs that help develop you as well. So there's all of these people that have to get paid before, and plus, when you think about it, 40% is even the majority share, because that 60% is going to have to be bust down between 60, 70, 80 people before the record company even owns much, or the production company even owns anything. So that's salaries you're paying. You're helping people pay their salaries. Like, if Megan goes, like, they're still going to need to get paid regardless, and Megan's getting the lion's share technically. So it's like, okay, you are giving us 60 because we know the people that you need to know. And would Megan be in the eyes of Rock Nation if like she didn't have that production company first? We don't know, but she did have the production company, so they helped build her, like, and I believe it was mutually beneficial. And now she's saying, no, I don't really want you to be mutually, like, I don't, like, I'm having to pay 300 the production company and Rock Nation. So she's like, I want to X out one of you guys, and then, you know, this is what's happening. But I don't know who I'm for, you know, because like, if I were to help somebody and then they were to say, yeah, I don't want you to be part of whatever I'm doing anymore, even though we still need to,
because this is only an independent label as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
It's not
a record, like, it's not Universal. She's not signed to Universal. She was signed to people that were there to help her and cater to her individual needs as an artist, which is why you sign up with a production company, innit? Because they know the type of artist that they want and they have a certain roster.
So you think she's taking the piss?
I feel like people are taking the piss.
When you say people,
someone's
taking the piss.
Someone's taking the piss. Someone is taking the piss, and someone's not being super duper fair. Because
you think it might be Megan?
I don't believe that there was anything particularly wrong with the contract. Particularly. Like, I understand being the top of the organization and paying yourself last. I understand that. I understand you're going to need salaries to pay, or you're going to need to pay salaries, or you're going to need to pay people what they are owed when they work for you. Like, I don't believe that nobody done anything for Megan and then she randomly blew up on social media because of Big Old Freak. I don't believe that's what happened. I don't believe that she just suddenly became on the radio with nobody in the back office. Because you know what they have to do. They have to mingle and speak with people, like all the managers, whoever is like on Megan's accounts. They have to mingle and speak with people all around Texas, and then they have to email their friends in New York, and then they have to email their friends in Atlanta. They have to email their friends in LA. They have to email the radio stations. They have to email all of their friends to say and fight for her to get onto the radio, whether or not it's an internet sensation or not. like it makes it a little bit easier, but I don't think that it was just, oh, we gone viral now, and then it was on the, like, that is not how it works.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
That isn't how it works. I don't think anyone thinks that's how it works, to be fair. If you've been in the recording industry, I don't think you think that's how it works. I don't think you think movies are made or put on a cinema screen because someone made a movie and then went to the cinema and said, yeah, I want you to be on my screen. No, that's not how it works. That's not how distribution works. Anyways.
Yeah, it's a mad one.
What do you think,
One
though?
of those things. Well, I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, obviously, when I first saw it, it's just more you fall into the narrative that usually is there. There's the institution, there's the labels.
It's not even an institution.
They're out, yeah. I know. Well, that's the funny thing when you actually look at it and pay attention to it. But when I first came across it, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, well, that's just expected. That's what labels do, you know?
Yeah.
Because of how
free albums as well.
Music industry runs.
That's a short run. But she says those tapes that she's put out aren't albums. So the record company can't eat from that. It has to be called an album to make a budget and pay for the thing that's gonna be the album. Oh man. Anyways, like, because it's not like I'm on the side of the artist, but there has to be checks and balances. Like I don't think
sustainable. Basically,
I don't think that anyone's getting jerked, but you are jerking the system by saying it's not an album. Like, you've been popping for how long now and you haven't delivered one album? Come on, G. Even though they are albums, like, literally, she has dropped albums. She dropped 2 in a row last year. Oh, well, it's technically the year before and then last year. But they were in concession. But anyways, man, whatever. I think it's a big deal.
Why do you think it's a big deal, though?
Because, like, everyone should be paying attention to what it should be expected from you as an artist. You're supposed to deliver.
Yeah, but
you're supposed to deliver.
Yeah, but there's also...
Has she delivered? This is my question.
What depends to what extent you're talking about. Because when you say delivered, what do you mean? Has she delivered?
Has she gave them an album?
I don't know. See, I don't really follow.
It's not. I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
She hasn't.
I didn't know whether
she hasn't.
Didn't she release an album recently?
None of those. Like I said, none of those are albums. Yeah, there's just a list of songs, really. Whatever you want to call it.
But that's what I mean. You could just do that forever.
Weirdo shit.
You could just do that.
And now she wants to be out of the contract, so that means they're barely getting anything after working how many years. So you want them to continue working and then not get paid? It's families that have to get paid. Imagine one of the accounts that you work on at work say, we're not going to pay you guys anymore. And then now your CEO is going to have to deal with the fact that they're saying that they don't want to pay. What? Like, you worked with artists before at your other job, and it's like, imagine the artist is touring and then says, yeah, the touring money is just going to go directly to my account, and I'll pay you in 2-3 years whenever I feel like it. Imagine that.
It's that same sort of
and then you're not getting paid. Your check is late, and now you can't feed your family.
Yeah. Well, it's
now
weird.
You can't buy equipment.
It's weird because it's
that is the salaries you're taking away from people by saying, I'm not going to pay this people.
It's an independent label, but that's the funny thing.
That makes it even worse. If you're working for Virgin or Universal, like, it's different. Like, you have Justin Bieber or like Kanye West. You have like all of these other things that has the machine moving. You have the whole back catalogue of certain artists like Michael Jackson or Prince or like whoever it is, like Stevie Wonder or whatever. But then now it's like, actually Stevie Wonder was on Motown, I swear. Who gave the money to Motown for them to exist? Was it just was it an independent thing that Quincy done? I don't know who financed Motown, to be fair. I should look that up. But anyways,
I feel like it might be Warner, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Warner, Universal, and wait, isn't Warner with
Sony
and Sony? I thought
Sony, Warner, and Universal.
Okay, yeah, But yeah, imagine that. Imagine like Taylor Swift said, like one of the major accounts on there said, we aren't paying you guys no more. And you work on a Taylor Swift account and you're an intern there. So now, even though your check is like 200 or 300 pounds, you can't even live in London properly no more because she says she's not going to pay anymore. And that's a major account. And that is what Megan is to that company. I think we have to properly think about, like, because me, like I said, like when I think about work, I think about employing people. Even though now, I don't want to employ any artists at all.
Why?
Graphic artists, like, because I'm working for free.
Oh, okay. You're talking about right now.
Yeah,
I'm saying like now my opinion on that's changed.
Yeah, no, I'm working for free. So if someone's working with me, they're working for free as well. I'm working for free for my company for
free. That's
not
not an employment, is it?
Yeah, that's not employing. That is working for equity. It's totally different. Like, I'm into equity sharing because if all you're doing is graphic design, then that is not a hiring. I can do graphic design, but there's so much more thing. Like, I want to be able to focus on the making money part, but I can't make money and work on graphic design at the same time. There needs to be someone that's able to do the videos and edit the videos, do the graphic design, do all of those other things, the necessary things, so that somebody else can focus on making money. But someone needs to focus on making money. Like, there needs to be one person with one job of making money, and there needs to be one person with one job of making all the essential paraphernalia. And right now, that's Instagram images and all of those other things. Like, well, yeah, it's essentially Suede, basically. It's like, I don't know who you guys have working on accounts so that you guys can get paid on DJ with all of that stuff, but maybe you should. I don't know. That's free advice. I don't
That's
know.
Anton, bro.
But yeah, someone needs to work
He's
on
the
the
guy.
accounts to get everybody paid.
You get me?
And then
You get me?
and that's how they get paid, by the percentage of that. But anyways, allow me. It's just it's just one of those ones, man. It's like when you're working with like not up and coming people, I should say, or like a small house, like an indie house. I don't think saying that I'm not gonna pay these guys is like the greatest thing in the world when there's people that have probably been there working for your account for years and not really seen any dividends until now that you've blown up. Like, I'm pretty sure that Carl came out of pocket to help Megan blow up. But anyways, that's my fault.
Have you heard him tell his own story?
Yeah.
This label owner, and this is what he's been saying.
Well, yeah. Like, you have to look at his interviews. I believe it's with Billboard and that. But there's just so much information that needs to be said. But just in the way that I recount it and just hear it, it's like, yeah, it just sounds like an independent label in Houston that doesn't have much reach outside apart from the way that they've been financing. Carl's a baseball player and all of that, so he finances everything out of pocket, and he wanted to work with a music artist, so we basically built a shed type infrastructure around Megan's work. And when I say shed, I mean I'm saying that because it's like, you know, you just kind of quickly put it together so that you can help someone grow. And that is coming all out of pocket, because having one of those, I forget, it's like the whip, like, you know, like in Parliament they have a whip that like gathers votes and all of that stuff. That's what people need for the radio stations. You need a whip. You need someone to actually be at the radio stations and say, can you play the song, or be the artists themselves go into the radio station all the time. You need someone to bargain and barter for you. But all of this is hard, different, and necessary. Like, nobody, like, when people think about getting on radio, they don't. You need to hassle and haggle with radio people. It's not about, oh, I'm randomly gonna put my song on YouTube and it's suddenly gonna be on radio. No. It gets on radio because someone has
everyone wants.
someone has hustled for you to get onto the radio.
Yeah. because it needs to be sold, innit?
Exactly.
Everything at each point needs to be sold to someone.
And it needs to be sold in the right way.
Someone
So
needs
that's
to feel
why
like,
these guys go to the mixers.
because there's people's names on the line,
and
especially with a lot of these things.
They go to the mixers, they're chilling, and then, you know, you pay the DJ at the mixer to play a song, and it's like, you know, do you like this song, bro? Like, this is how it happens. It's like, you think, oh yeah, drinks are expensive and all of this and all of that, but same time, it's a cute little life, but at the same time, you are technically fighting, you know, in a smooth, indirect way for your artist to get played. So, and then you're paying out of pocket expenses to get the DJ at whatever event you're at to play the song that you need. Like, this is the way certain things are done. But, you know, there's a lot of game. It's a lot of game, I understand. It's different.
There's levels.
But listen, it's like, well, like, anyways, man, you say something because I'm just running, bro.
You're just running. It was, yeah, I pretty much agree with you. It's just is what it is, isn't it? It's like, for me, I don't actually know enough about that's why I haven't really said anything, because I don't really know enough about that whole Megan Thee Stallion situation too heavy.
Well, if it's like just an artist,
because I didn't hear his part of the story. All that I've seen is her side of the story, you know. So that's why I don't really know. But at the end of the day, it's a different scenario, and that's the funny thing is when you hear these conversations flying around, you just take it based on what you've already known of these situations, you know. And that's why when you see that thing that you shared, who got the worst deal or whatever, it's like, that's just what everyone's gonna what everyone's gonna jump on, and it's a case by case.
Yeah.
And until you got all the details,
and then you hear random shit
really
like she
much
only
you can
get
say
paid
about it.
15k out of 7 million.
And if she's even said
that's a
wrong,
lie.
if she's even said that's a lie, then it's just weird. I don't know.
Because the money technically goes to Megan first. Like, when you get a management company, it goes there. But anyways, man. But anyway, what do we have to talk about next? We're going to talk about sports, fine? Is it?